Hey guys, and welcome back to Find Love or Die Trying. It's been like a month since I last updated this series, but we're finally back and we're gonna finish the game. Alright, guys. Well, not in this video, but we're gonna finish it eventually. Where we last left off, we were talking to Kat and we got some truth bombs laid on us. Very painful truth bombs. But nonetheless, we're here back again and we're trying to find love. The girl that I'm going for is this one with the white hair. And without further ado, let's get right back into this. So, I walked down to the kitchen where the girls were having breakfast. So, how was the date? Yeah, tell us. Tara was fiercely scribbling down notes with the title War Plans in bold. It was really quite nice. We actually made this cake and the cookies yesterday together, Pancakes and I. I hope you all enjoy it. They're amazing, Violet. Thanks for making it for us. Thanks so much. They're so delicious. Tara scribbled, War of attrition is likely not an option. What are you writing there, Tara? Nothing. So, how come there's cookie batter everywhere? No matter where I look, I can see batter on every surface of the kitchen. It wasn't just the batter. Violet and I knocked over quite a few things in our firefight. Ah, that's... You sure it was just baking together? Oh, I thought it was more than that. I charaded as if I was heartbroken. I gotta hand it to you, Violet. I didn't think you had it in ya. Hubba hubba. Wait, no, nothing like that happened. Hallie and I laughed and made finger guns at each other. Bang, 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 bang. I don't get it. That's 'cause you're a good person, Yui. I think what Allie is trying to say is that Violet and Pancakes... Allie stuffed a cookie in Scarlet's mouth before she could finish her sentence. No talk. Wow, these cookies are pretty useful. You gotta teach me how to make these sometime, Violet. It would be my pleasure, Allie. Oh, teach me too. Why should Pancakes have all the good stuff? We spend the rest of our morning fooling around in the kitchen. Ugh, my head. You okay? You don't look so good. Not so loud. My head's killing me after I had a ton of wine last night. I still had to edit our broadcast after that, which didn't help. Ladies and gentlemen, I present the woman who decides whether I get to live or die every night. And she was very, very drunk when she just did that. Thank you, thank you. I'll be here all week. Clearly you're still alive, Pancake, so it's all good. Believe me, you drink too if you were worked here. Just look at the Brothers 5. Working at Futuristic Evil Corp trademark has to come with some benefits, right? You'd think, but we still have to pay for our dental out of pocket. Before I forget what the show's all about, today's the day you go on a date with... Who's the other soulmate candidate again? Scarlet. Scarlet. How much wine did you drink last night, Kat? Whatever, I knew that. Just teasing you, duh. Right. Alright, let's get the second date with Scarlet started. Woo! Whoa, someone tell the world to stop spinning like a little female dog. I'm pretty much fluffed, huh? I found Scarlet out on a stroll outside the mansion. She seemed a little down. Hey Scarlet, you doing okay? Jeez. It's just you, Pancakes. You almost gave me a heart attack. Sorry, I didn't mean to. It's, not your fault. I'm just a bit on edge after the whole zombie date thing, whatever it was. I guess I'm feeling a little sad about all that. Why? You saved everybody. We wouldn't have needed to save anybody if it wasn't for me. Well, since I'm going for Scarlet, or not Scarlet, Violet rather, I have to not be too nice, I suppose, so I'll just say, at least you fixed the situation. Hey, at least we don't have banana zombies running around anymore. Without your help, they'd still be running rampant. Still, they wouldn't have been running around in the first place if it wasn't for me. Well, that's true, but hey, it makes for great TV. Which inadvertently is pretty good for keeping me alive, but I'll keep quiet on that. Besides, you did because you were trying to help me get my memories back. That means more to me than I can say. I'm sorry I couldn't do it. If it's okay with you, I'll try again, and I'm sure this time... Let's not worry about that for now. Thanks though, I appreciate it. For now, I just want to get to know you better, Scarlet. We got interrupted last time, to say the least. Care to join me in making up for some lost time? That would be fantastic. There's somewhere I'd like to go, if that's okay with you. Lead the way. You won't regret it. At least, I think you won't. Should I be worried? Come on, let's go. She grabbed my hand and pulled me along with her. Who could say no to a girl who could turn you into a zombie? I don't know, Leon from Resident Evil. But we getting jazzy. Behold! There's a nightclub in the mansion? There is now. I made it myself. Actually, I'm gonna save. Granted, I use it more as a testing ground than a real nightclub, but the staff really wanted something to blow off steam in. And okay, I cheated a little bit. I made a robot that made the nightclub for me, but it still counts. Type of 50th generation tech. I think you're probably the first person to ever say something like that. Also, I didn't know you knew how to build robots. That's amazing. Heck yeah, it's cool. I get the feeling that building things to make people happier was what I enjoyed the most before I came here. What do you mean by that? You wouldn't believe me if I told you. Actually, maybe you're the one person who would. Maybe it's worth a shot. Could she be like me? There's so much of my life I can't remember for some reason. I couldn't help but raise an eyebrow. There was a lot of broken people after the war in New Asia. Not just broken bones and missing limbs, but shattered minds, people trapped in their own heads. I was told I had a gift for research, a gift that might help those people be able to reclaim their lives. So I finished school early and got my PhD. I led a task force dedicated to helping these survivors. We helped them forget their most painful, most traumatic memories and move on. It was my life's work, but now... I can't remember what it was, how it worked, if we even got anywhere with our research. To be completely honest, I can't really remember how I got here either. I'm sorry to ask, but how on earth did that happen? If I knew before, I definitely don't know now. Maybe testing got dangerous and I wasn't willing to test on someone else. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. The crazy thing is, I went from that to being some kind of dating show. What the heck? I guess it does sound pretty weird. And the idea of getting married in 1 week? Who wrote this, an idiot? I couldn't help but laugh. But what do I even have to lose at this point? I wouldn't look at it that way. I can't remember anything either, but I'm still alive. As long as I'm alive, I've got everything to lose and everything to gain. An optimist, huh? That's worth something. I guess you'd understand better than anyone else. What do you plan to do after this is all over? Watch anime? Honestly, I don't know. I want my memories back, but if I can't get them back, I just try to make the best of things. That's some plan. I'm still working the details out. Give me a break. At least you remember some things. I couldn't even remember my name at first. You got me beat there. We talked for hours about how we both felt about our situations. The good things, the bad things, about forgetting who you are. We laughed about forgetting the embarrassing moments that probably plagued others for a long time. We lamented the moments that truly made life worth living, the moments that made your life unique. It's nice to have someone that understands. I've got a silly idea if you're interested. Let's hear it. Getting engaged in a week is stupid, and a person who'd agree to that is even stupider than that. But I think I'd say yes if it were you, Pancakes. If only to see where life goes with someone like you. That's... Shh, let me finish. Regardless of who you ask on the last date, I'd like to be your friend in the times to come. If you'll be mine, I can't remember the last time I had a friend to just talk to about how I feel. I think this was the first time that I felt a little better about what happened. I don't want you to feel better about the past too. I don't want you to feel alone in this world. It's sad enough, you know? And maybe I'm just being foolish, but who knows? Maybe if we're still in each other's lives after this, we'll be able to help each other take back the lives we wanted. What do you say? I was thinking the same thing, Scarlet. I'm glad, but how to say? I'd still prefer it if you pick me. What can I say? I'm a bit competitive. On second thought, I'm very competitive. Just saying, but out of all the girls, I'm the best educated, had the most illustrious career, won first place in the National New Asian Science Exhibition, and... I laughed out loud as she listed her accomplishments one by one. She made angry faces at me in mock anger. But most of all, I want you to have a happy life, and I think someone else might get it wrong. We spent the rest of the evening enjoying each other's company. The laughter and smiles never stopped, and she never let go of my hand during our walk. Boys, I'm starting to falter in my resolve. I know I said Violet, but now that I think about it, there's two girls who are named after colors. I was feeling too restless after today's date to wait in my room, so I went for a walk downstairs. I decided to walk to the kitchen and open the fridge. It turns out there were some leftover cookies that Violet and I had made together. I grabbed a few and wolfed them down. Delicious. Got a case of the midnight munchies? I do, in fact. I figured I'd do my civil duty and help finish the cookies Violet and I made. Right, only a good Samaritan would finish all the cookies so no one else would have to make that sacrifice. I'm just too good of a person, I know. It gets me into trouble sometimes. Anyway, I've been meaning to talk to you. What's up? How'd your date with Scarlet go today? It was alright, I guess. Oh, really? That's too bad. Scarlet said in an interview after your date that she thought you two really connected. Well, doesn't matter. The audience thinks that you did, and that'll keep you alive. I guess so. Anyway, you're probably safe for at least another day thanks to the ongoing rivalry between Violet and Scarlet. Can't talk. The stakes are rising, and so are our precious ratings. So without further ado, red time for phase 3. Can't talk. You've only got one date left with each of them before the final day. So make them count. You're not out of the woods just yet. Will do. Alright, good. Well, I need to get back to preparing for tomorrow's show. And you better rest up for tomorrow. You only get one first third date with a girl, right? Sounds good to me, Cat. See you later, Pancakes. Good night, Cat. And thanks for the help. I realize I'd probably be splued without you. Don't thank me yet. I walked back to my room and plopped on my bed. Time to get some shut-eye. Alright, we're out of the mansion. Next stop, the beach. I told you the staff wouldn't suspect a thing. That's because nobody's been stupid enough to try to escape till now. Maybe people should have been a little more stupid a little sooner. Easier said than done. She grabbed my hand and pulled me along. We'll go through the forest, come on. We ran through the forest as if the devil were chasing us. The truth was not far from it. Okay, I can see the pier now, and the boat. We're this close to getting out of here. She always put on her bravest face when she was afraid. We're gonna make it, right? Of course, the boat's just a little further and no one's on her tail. I can't believe it. We're finally getting out of here. We're finally going to leave, Pancakes. About time, if you ask me. I've dreamt of this moment every day since who knows how long we've been trapped here by now. But I never thought I could escape till I got to know you. I laughed. You're giving me too much credit. It was your idea. Find any other sane person, they would have told you the same things. Sane people didn't try to escape with me. I wouldn't have stayed sane as if it weren't for you, though. She laughed. That was my favorite sound. Let's get back to matters at hand. We both know that this is where the rubber meets the road. Yeah? Now it's just a mad dash to the finish. You ready to run? No. I'm kidding, let's go. That favorite sound of mine once more. I hope it's not the last time I hear it. God, that just makes me jump every single time. The next day, I woke up to the sound of an explosion outside. There were dinosaurs with bombs. I ran outside as fast as I could. What the? The first thing I saw was Scarlet and black smoke emanating from the ground near her. Oh, hey there, Pancakes. Nice weather we're having, huh? Hey, Scarlet, you okay? I'm pretty good, all things considered. I've been experimenting again on trying to bring back people's memories without the whole monkey zombie bit. I figure if you and I ever will, I want us to know everything about each other. No secrets. I'd like that, Scarlet. Thanks. I'll let you know if I make any progress with that. I gotta clean this up. Give me a minute and then we can head to the forest. I've been meaning to spend some time there since I got to this island. Sounds good by me. A forest date with Scarlet. Sounds nice. We walked together through the forest hand in hand. Talking about things we'd do after we got off this island. Talking about everything and anything. After we're off this island, whatever happens, do you maybe want to catch a movie together? Sure, but why a movie? You can laugh, but there's still a part of me that just wants to be a regular girl for a day. That's something I can never forget. And I'd like it if it could be that way with you. What do you say? Yeah, I'd like that. That's cool. We can watch Kino. Yay. We can watch American Psycho. Scarlet did a little dance of happiness. We spent the rest of the morning together in the woods enjoying each other's company, and maybe a little more than that. Hey, oh what, huh? Somehow in the middle of it all, I forgot what kind of show I was on in the first place. It was just me and her. In this moment, more than ever, I was glad to be alive. Morning, Pancakes. Time sure flies, huh? The show's almost over and you'll be able to go back to your regular life soon. No idea if that's going to have any less headaches, though. Who knows? As strange as it sounds, I've had some fun here. The whole getting murdered thing isn't great, but it hasn't been all bad. I didn't mean that other people would kill... I did mention that other people would kill me in your position. On second thought, they definitely haven't thought it through enough. Probably not. Well, back to business. It's time to pick who you'll go on your first third date with. Who's the unlucky soulmate candidate today? Gonna go for that Violet. Violet. You didn't let me down, Pancakes. I had my doubts with Violet at first, but now I can see why she's the audience favorite. Don't mess it up. Wouldn't dream of it. Another date with Violet. I can't say that I'm surprised. After all, she is best girl. I found Violet in the same place I met her. She was taking out a fresh batch of cookies from the oven. Morning, Violet. I slid next to her and grabbed one of the cookies in one smooth motion. Ow, hot. I flung the cookie into my mouth anyways. You guys ever do that thing where like you're eating and instead of just like, waiting for the food cool off, you do the yeah, that's what I do. I do that. Worth the pain. Dang, that was delicious. Wait a moment, you silly goose. You never fail to make me laugh, Pancakes. I quite admire that. I did a mocking bow with my arms between my back and put on my best fancy accent. The pleasure's all mine, milady. Stop you. I wolfed down another cookie. Heck yeah. You do know those are for sharing with everyone, right? I'm part of everyone. What's the problem here? We laughed together at the bit we were performing. Ah, that reminds me, Pancakes. What's up, Violet? It's come to my attention that this show will be ending quite soon. Yeah, it is. Oh, do cheer up, please. I don't intend to feel sorry for myself. Instead, I want to use the time we have left here to do something I've always longed to do. And what's that? What I want is to go on a date, the kind that normal people go on. The kind that I've only read about. Having a picnic, watching a movie at the theater, long walks on the beach, even something crazy like a paint night. And then we can watch the sunset go down together and it'd be so romantic. Her enthusiasm was adorable. She was practically bouncing around the room like a ping pong ball. I think we can make that happen. Can we now? Which one? Why not all of them? She's got the most beautiful smile, dang. Really? You've got to be kidding me. You can count on me, Violet. I'll make it happen. Yay! She did a little cheer and dance. Gosh, I can't stop smiling looking at her. That said, I have no idea what to do. Guess this will be touch and go then. It wouldn't be fair if you figured out everything. Let me handle the picnic. She pulled out a basket from behind her. Care to join me in the lovely outdoors? No, I'm a hermit. I don't go outside. I don't touch grass. I wouldn't miss it for the world, Violet. Oh, sheesh. We walked outside for a while, then settled on a lovely spot with a nice mix of shade and sunlight for our picnic. The way her silver hair caught the sunlight, it was enough to make you believe in angels. She was so beautiful. Dig in. I brought plenty, so please don't hold yourself back. I've got to be the luckiest person alive. Save that talk for after you try this. I'm letting you have the first bite. Should I be worried? I smiled as she mock pouted. Just kidding. She laughed and smiled as she spoon-fed me a delicious egg roll. Called it. I'm the luckiest person alive. Not just because the food's delicious, but because you're here next to me, Violet. You made this week so special. I feel the same way, Pancakes. And there's more where that came from. You're absolutely right. I've got something prepared just for the two of us next. You owe me one, Pancakes. Huh? We enjoyed the delicious food and conversation over the rest of the afternoon. We walked back to the mansion hand in hand, smiling all the while. Next stop, the only movie theater on the island. I didn't know we had a room like this in the mansion. I'm not surprised. Tara's pretty territorial about this room from what I've seen and heard. But right now it's our very own private movie theater. I did little jazz hands at the TV. Violet clapped as if I had just put on the performance of a lifetime. I made a dramatic bow, then took a look at what movies we had in store. Let's see, we have rom-coms, fantasy, medieval movies, war movies, a few superhero movies, and last but not least, a horror movie. What about American Psycho? I want to watch Patrick Bateman do the funny things on the TV. I'll put on a rom-com. From what Violet was saying earlier, this would definitely be her favorite. I started the movie, then went back and sat next to Violet with my arm around her. The story was about a girl who moves to a place called New York to become a writer, falls in love with the boy she meets there, and eventually realizes her dream and her love. It wasn't anything special, but Violet was thoroughly entranced for the whole movie. Me, I was more entranced by her. After the credits rolled, Violet practically burst into tears. She was crying because she wanted to watch American Psycho, but they didn't have it. This was the best movie I've ever seen in my whole life. My whole life. Then how about we take a scene you liked from the movie and turn it into a painting? Oh my gosh, you didn't. Just wait right here for a second. Okay. I had no idea where to find art supplies, but I knew if there was anyone who could do it, it was Kat. Kat, I think you know the sitch. You got some nerve putting this together at the last minute, but I like that about you. 4. Set up everything they need for a paint night in the main hall of the mansion. Stat. Oh man, I just finished my shift. Even better, you've got free time for this. And so we started painting on canvases in the main hall. I think I'll paint a picture of... You really think that a romantic specialist like me would know the wrong answer to this? Obviously, I'm going to paint a picture of her watching a movie. This counts, right? What are you painting, Pancakes? Patrick Bateman from the hit movie American Psycho. I'm painting a picture of us watching the movie together. It's the most beautiful scene from the movie, you know? It'd be a shame not to capture it. You are quite the flirt, you know that? But I like that about you. Her smile could melt the coldest heart. So what scene are you painting, Violet? I'm drawing the scene where the girl runs out in the rain to tell the boy that she loves her. It was just so romantic. Tell the boy that she loves him. There we go. She sighed like a love-struck teenager. I could tell she was putting her whole heart into her painting. She captured the scene perfectly. As for me, let's just say I was more focused on making the people have the right number of heads and was working from there. An hour or so later, we finished and compared our final artworks. She's an incredible artist. Me, not so much. That was embarrassing, but man, it was worth it just to see her smile and break into laughter. Her laughter was interrupted by a gurgle from her stomach. Mother would punish me for sure if she heard me make that sound, but who cares now? Violet was unstoppable at this point. Is it time for dinner? I do believe it is. I volunteered to cook, but she wanted to go back to the restaurant that we went to on our first date, so we did. Apparently she was trying too hard to be prim and proper back then and didn't actually get to eat as much as she wanted. She ate up a storm, almost literally. Almost. We spent dinner wolfing down delicious food without a care in the world and laughing about scenes in the movie and our little artsy adventure. Then finally we went for the long-awaited walk on the beach. There were sharks in the water. We held hands as we walked along the ocean. The waves of the ocean seemed to play music for us as we skirted by. I don't think that's the ocean, I think that's the group of jazz people in the sky making this music. At times we talked without end. Other times we just enjoyed each other's company and warmth in the silence. Either way, we were as happy as can be. We talked about how the past, the present, and the future were so different than before because of each other. You know, Pancakes, if you asked me to marry you right now, without a doubt, I'd accept. I know it sounds quite crazy to say that in such a short period of time, but I just know. She kissed me passionately with everything we had. Sheesh! And what came next was the perfect ending to our lovely date. Come closer. After the day's date with Violet, I decided to take a stroll around the mansion. We done did it, boys. We got to kiss. The night was as clear as could be. A light breeze made it just a bit chilly, but not enough that I'd need to put on more. I found myself fixating on the moon without thinking. I thought I'd find you here. Why's that? Just a gut feeling in the island-wide surveillance system. You doing okay? Yeah, I'm just thinking about how we didn't get to watch American Psycho. That date was trash. I can't believe the show's almost over. It didn't feel real earlier today. Time sure flies, doesn't it? You've only got the last third date with Scarlett tomorrow, and then the final ceremony on the day after. Speaking of which, how was your date with Violet today? It was awesome. We ate food. Being with Violet makes me feel like I'm on top of the world. We're on top of the world. Somehow she takes my breath away with how cool she can be, and at times makes me laugh like a child alongside her. I had no idea that I'd fall so hard after our first meeting, but I couldn't help myself. And now, what I want most is to make her the happiest woman in the world. Now that's what I want to hear. I had my doubts at first, but you two really stole the show. And with good reason. I feel like our viewers got to see a glimpse of what what your lives together would be like. Maybe the mess in the kitchen won't be from the dough next time. Hey, yo, cat. Yo, chill. Bro. Dude, chill out, man. Oh, man. gonna get in trouble, bro. No comment. Who knew that 3 dates were all you need to figure out if a marriage would last? If this TV gig doesn't work out, maybe I should become a marriage counselor, Anyway, I'd love to stay and chat, but I've got some work done tonight to... I've got to get some work done tonight to prep for the ending of the show. You know what? I could use some company, and it's not like you were up to anything. Kat reached her hand out to me. I put my hand in hers on instinct. With her hand in mine, she pulled me with her to... the library? Now you're probably wondering why did I bring you here out of all places. You like to read? Well, yes, but no. There's no internet for us goons, so here's where we store most of our information. Records of every single run of the show, building and security details, guard schedules, and most importantly, salary records. It's hidden in plain sight, as regular books. You need to know how to decipher them though, they're pretty useless to the average person. Interesting and also a little unnecessary. Who here is going to read a book? Oh, I knew the state of education was bad, but not this bad. It still doesn't answer why you brought me here. We see, I have this lovely chair and table here that I do so love to work on. And it's truly exhausting for me to get up from this lovely arrangement to have to fetch each book I need to reference. So, you want me to grab your books for you so you can just stay here? I'm so glad you understand. And you know, I'm doing everything I can to help keep you alive, and it's just a teeny tiny favor. I couldn't help but laugh at her mock pout. Sure, Kat, it's the least I can do. Great. Alright, to start, I need you to grab me, the Princess of Avaranda, 100 easy recipes for a Philosopher's Stone, and American Psycho, which is also a book. I regret everything. This must be the 100th batch of books I've had to deliver. It's been hours. Seriously, whoever designed this system should be shot. I tried to reach for a few of the books I was delivering, but like Kat said, they just seemed like regular books. And that's a wrap. Thanks for the help, Pancakes. I'll send you a thank you card when you're off this island or something. At that rate, that was pretty much slave labor. I'd like to think of it more as unpaid charity work. You got one last date tomorrow. Don't mess it up. I'm curious, what's the first thing you're going to do when you're out of here? Watch American Psycho. Alright, the joke's dead. Honestly, I'm not sure. Maybe try to figure out what my life was before. Who knows? That's as good as a start that's a good a start as any. Well, I gotta get back to editing. Night, Pancakes. See you, Kat. Guess I'll head back to my room and call it a night. And with that, I shall also, in quotations, call it a night. Thank you so much for watching this other episode of Find Love or Die Trying. I can't read today, and my throat is really dry because I keep forgetting to drink water while I record so that I don't have a cactus for a mouth. That would hurt, because I was thinking more like sand, but, you know, you think of like cactus, you think of dry, you think, you know, cactus. But with that being said, thank you so much for watching. I'm trying to upload daily, and sometimes I may not be able to do it, but bear with me because I want to keep playing more and more visual novels and more games. So if you guys have any suggestions on what you want me to play or any indie games or anything like that, please let me know in the comments below. I'm working on getting a social media. I think that would be really cool to interact with you guys with. But with that being said, please make sure to subscribe and like the video, and thank you very much.